of critical importance to both teams. We're on the run to September. Any slip-ups now, and it could be fatal. And here goes big Josh Papali'i to get Sunday footy underway from chilly Canberra, where the Raiders are hoping to snap this three-game losing run. And it was at this same juncture last season that Kalen Ponga helped to inspire Newcastle's 9-match winning sequence, and the Knights' talisman returns to the lineup this afternoon. Can he do something similar? Here's Smithies. Played in every game this year in his maiden NRL campaign. Starling in the starting lineup for the second consecutive week, and Papali'i busy with 2 carries in the first set. And Kaya Wicks wearing the 1, but still will have a ball-playing role. And Ponga returns for the first time since he was injured in round 7 against Canterbury. Hastings for Marziu. Ah, good dumping tackle. They don't pick the beast up and drive him very often.
Well, I've never seen that before. Beautiful timing there. Technique, Timoko.
He's a very similar shape, Timoko. He's as wide as he is tall. Ball of muscle.
And Matt Croker gets a first run-on appearance of 24. Now Tyson Frizzell in another milestone game, throwing to the melting pot 16 origins and 14 tests, and he has been durable and dependable. Backpedaling Weeks goes to Jordan Rapida. 6 tries in the last 6 games he's played against Newcastle at home, and continues to be a danger with ball in hand.
That'll be nice for young KO to catch that ball. He had a pretty tough week up again with the Melbourne Storm. Dropped a couple of bombs. The one thing they had was only 40% possession last week, so getting through these first sets will be paramount for the Raiders.
They started the season so well, and as Ricky said to you gentlemen before kickoff, the loss of Fogarty, such a blow for them. They were playing great footy at the start of the year. In fact, they started their season with a big win against Newcastle up in Newcastle, and Fogarty was almost the former halfback in the competition. So to at least be somewhere on the cusp of the top 8 without him is a reasonable effort.
And I was just talking about possession. When he was playing, they were completing up around 85–90% every week.
So Ethan Strange, ball to Smithies, and now Cook across the line. Fast-moving defensive line, and Mariotta starting in the back row for Ricky this afternoon. Tackled by Leo Thompson. Starling, Hapane, short pass from Cook to Whitehead. The captain on that right edge once again. Starling for Cook. He's a left-foot kicker. He stabs it high in the air. Goes over the top of Rapida. Now it's touched fingers, but I'm not sure who's last.
Play the ball, Knights.
You're talking about the kick there of Adam Cook, a left-foot kicker. He's actually playing on the left side, and the young 5'8", Ethan Strange, who's only early in his career. I've only ever seen him play on the left side. I've never actually seen him go over to the right side. He's playing right side today, Ethan Strange. There's the halfback, Mitch Wood, he's on the left. So good for his development, young 5'8". So it's going to be a test, because if you watch Ethan Strange, it's ball in left hand and a left foot step. You'll have to counter that being on the right side.
There's Daniel Safidi. Ruan, good afternoon to you in lovely, balmy Canberra.
Yeah, good afternoon, Tomo. It's currently sitting at about 13 degrees, but it feels like 10, and there is a breeze coming from the northeast at about 11 kilometres an hour, and it's just coming over the left shoulder of the Knights, so slightly favouring them in the first half. And we'll see this bomb, see if the wind plays any havoc with it.
Thanks, Roo. A high ball off Will Price's boot. Good kick chase. Frizzell thundering down there.
Interesting, the first 2 kicks of the game for Newcastle, Will Price has stood up. Jackson Hastings normally does pretty much 90% of the kicking.
Now Albert Hopewate. There's Leo Thompson on left of screen. Will Price, you can see there, his second outing in the NRL. very accomplished start to his career in that shootout against Parramatta last week. Penalty for the Raiders coming out of trouble.
It was a bit clumsy there by Kai Pearce-Paul. I think he was getting to marker and he accidentally knocked Xavier Savage over. There he is, the big unit, 6'5", young Englishman. I think he's born and bred in London, which is rare for a rugby league player over in England. Normally, they're all from the north of England.
I was actually talking to Matthew Tomoko. He come out of a rugby union school, played the majority of his junior sporting life as a rugby union player, and got picked up late in a schoolboy rep game playing union. He's made quite a fist of league. He's a good player.
So an early test of the Newcastle defence, which has not been at its best, conceded at least 24 points in each of their last 5 games. They need to refocus, and here's a break. Tapine through the middle, try save by Brayley. Ponga was there as well. Starling, crash play, Papa, over. I don't know.
He's smiling, Matthew.
Yes, well, that doesn't really matter.
Yes, it
He's
does,
the front
Matthew.
row, Brad.
Initially, the ball's up. A loose side when he goes over. I just want to make sure that he...
Well, firstly, someone should have been with Tapine when he went through that hole. There was no one on his right shoulder.
Well, he found Kalen Ponga in the line, and
I don't know if he was smiling or grimacing, Brad. Oh,
Yes,
whoa,
that's a try.
He gets it down. You'll see the point of the ball there.
Josh Papali maintains possession. Just looking to see if the ball gets to the ground.
Yep, hits the ground right there.
Look at that.
He then
Told you,
grounds the
Matthew.
ball in the
Never
end
in
goal.
doubt,
We have a
Brad.
decision.
That's his first try of the year. But it's a trend where teams put their fullback in the defensive line. And the big boys, when the front rowers see it, they overcall. And get him one-on-one with a smaller man. This time, Papali'i looks up, sees Kalen Ponga, and says, give me the ball here. Isuzu D-Max replay, just too big and strong. Big Papa.
So he's crashed over a few times in his illustrious career, hasn't he? I saw Gordon Tallis calling for him to come back and play for Queensland in Origin 3. Let's go to Ruan's sideline.
Well, Ricky Stewart's been down here on the sideline ever since kickoff, and just before he scored that try, Papali'i, he was screaming at them, get at him in the line, get him in the line, and he was riding that one home. They love it.
Well, they did the damage to play the ball. Tapine broke the line, got to the fullback, had no support, and then you find the defence just causes havoc.
Well, they've dominated possession, they've dominated territory, and they lead 6-0.
That talking through the assessment's good too, Spanny. Just got to wait for the clock, Will. Just got to wait, mate. Time your run, boys. Awesome. Don't go early.
So the Raiders on the board first at home. A much more stoic performance from them against the Storm at Amy Park last week. 16-6, it was a tussle. They weren't as potent as they might have liked in attack, but they made Melbourne work for their points, and that's a foundation to build off coming home here in a critical game against Newcastle. Smithies.
Jaden out of there, square and marker. Wait now.
Played to Starling. He's had heaps of ball early. And then Whitehead targeting Pearce-Paul and Jackson Hastings. Out near the halfway. Tapine loves to offload, but in heavy traffic will submit to the ground on play number 5. Another general kick by Kyo Weeks. Popping the question to Ponga at the back. Strange came thundering through. Ponga dodged him, but couldn't get away from Elliott Whitehead.
You can see the Raiders with the ball. They're moving it side to side, but they're doing it without risk. It's especially early in the game. Not a bad tactic. You get the defence thinking, but you're not putting players under pressure either, passing the ball too deep into the line.
Long pass, Brayley. Price promoting to Gagai. Bounced away from Tapine. And then goes into the line. 22 origins he's played, Dane. 12 tries for Queensland. Penalty, Kalen Ponga coming out of their own half. That's very valuable late in the count.
Well, that's not a penalty.
Slips up, mate. Yeah, I understand.
If anything, Kalen drops, and I think the arm of Tarpany goes up and down. There's no contact with that. That's... Like, really? Set start for the Knights.
You must have seen the big screen, Joseph Tarpane. So, Daniel Safidi with a reloaded set of 6. The Knights hunting up for their first try. Brayley. Leo Thompson missed last week with some Achilles soreness. The New Zealand prop within 9 metres. Brayley scurrying, Hastings passing, Price and Gagai. Gagai surging through the line and over it.
Well, what happened to the defence?
Well, if anything, Freddie, they were retreating. They were holding and going back towards their own corner post.
I'm assuming they were trying to use the sideline as a defender and drag him towards the sideline. So they've just literally let go of him. Comes out to the right-hand side. Will Price gets a nice early ball. Hopewadi just arm grabbing on those Zuzu D-Max. He just pushes away and ducks inside. Oh, that's terrible defence.
Yeah, they'd like to have that one again. Just watch the footwork of Hopewadi. Defence is obviously about getting your shoulders in, but you've got to get your feet drive. Look at his feet. There's no footwork there, and he's going backwards. And no help from the inside. And disappointing defence, Ruan.
Yeah, unfortunately there for the Raiders, that defence let them down, and Dane Gagai showed his hand nice and early in that yardage set before the penalty. He's got such good leg drive and he's so powerful. You can't go too high on him and you need to get numbers in and wrap that ball up. Good start here.
Spoke before the game about Will Price giving early ball. Fletcher Sharp as well last week. Dane Gagai taking advantage of the early ball.
He shapes it left to right, Hastings. That's a wonderful kick.
Just slid up, mate. This time you're on here. Just got to wait for that clock to go out. Don't go early there, Jordan. Time in here, boys.
He's been beating defenders for a decade now, Dane Gagai. Always hard to tackle, especially when he's wearing a Queensland jersey. Marziu. Damaging.
Josh, Tom, all the way, mate. Hold Ethan. Go 2. Josh, go 10. Go 10, Josh.
Good speed off the line by Ethan Strange. Aggressive defender, isn't he, Ethan?
No, mate. Hold. Go 3 yards.
Hastings flat. Ponga now. This left-hand side's very potent for the Knights. Bradman Best has been in unbelievable form in recent weeks. Oh, good tackle, Starling.
Well, Joey spoke about the change of defence early in the game. I'm sure that's why Strange is over that side of the field.
Well taken by Weeks at the back.
Hold, Matt. Hold, Matt. Hold. Go 1.
Now Timoko.
Jaden together. Hold Tyson. Lock in Marcus. Hold.
Brayley the tackler. Starling long pass. Rapana. He had been playing fullback, moves back out to the wing where he's played the majority of his football, but he's not conventional in that role. He roves around the field and he's so dynamic, even at this latter stage of his career, Jordan Rapana, what a competitor. So good defensive set after points for Newcastle, holding the Raiders to their own side of halfway. An up and under kick taken comfortably by Kalen. Accelerates, but it's a good tackle. Snapped his legs away. Adam Mariotta. Reasonable record on the road so far this year, Newcastle. 3 wins away from McDonald Jones Stadium. This is their 8th game.
6 more. No tackles.
And that will assist here as they go inside Canberra territory. 6 more tackles, and it's Thompson playing it quickly. Brayley with a run on the back of that. Bumped away from Whitehead, who's a bit gingerly after that contact. Oh, he's been left behind there, so they're short on this side of the ground. The hard as nails Englishman, not easily hurt. Hastings, now Croker, no look pass away to Daniel Safidi. 3 metres short. Hastings, Gagai! Hit hard by Rapana, but they couldn't secure the ball, and Will Price.
Last tackle, square Adam, hold. Go, last.
Hastings kicks towards the end goal. It didn't have the length, and Weeks is able to get there and get it back to the field of play. I think he kicked that off the left foot.
He's been watching Sam Walker. It's one of Sam Walker's tricks. It was a great kick, a great defence also. You should get the feeling there's going to be some points scored today. You're going to have to score over 24, 26 points to win this one. It's going to be a high scorer.
Xavier Savage, 8 tries in the year, leading try scorer for Canberra in season 2024. And now Albert Hopewate. Long kick by Cook. Hits it very sweetly.
8 from 8, the Raiders.
Ponga over to the right-hand edge. Floats a pass for Tuala. Stepped inside of Cook. Couldn't beat Mariotta.
Rapana's back. He's down a back play. I think he got a cork. I think there's a collision with Ponga.
One side to the other. Some early ball for Bradman Best. If he gets through here, you'd imagine he'll line up for New South Wales at Suncorp in the decider. Strong run again, Safidi. They get to play 5, attacking kick territory. Will Price steps up. In the air it goes. Frizzell chasing, so to Tuala. It was brilliantly taken by Rapana, but that was just a perfectly weighted kick.
Geez, they're good at that now. Absolutely perfect.
So that's the Whitehead.
4 under the throat.
Yeah. Forearm, nothing illegal. Just had the bumper bars up. It's got him in the throat. He'll have the Darren Lockyer voice on the next couple of weeks, and then there was a collision with Kalen Ponga. You could see him grabbing at the thigh. He'll have a cork thigh. Jordan Rapana.
There's some hang time under this. It's taken well by Gagai. Turned his back to the oncoming chasers and secures more possession for Newcastle. 6 points all. Good clash early. Croker through the middle. Wow, gets within a metre of the stripe. They look a bit brittle on their line at times here, Canberra, and their shot left. The ball to Marzio. It's the 2nd consecutive try for the Knights.
It's that left side attack. Everyone does their job here. In particular, Jackson Hastings doesn't go right into the line, just goes far enough to attract defenders, and then gets the ball to Ponga in space, and that left side, Ponga to Best to Marju. But set up by Matt Croker, great run. Isuzu MUX replay, early ball, Ponga catch pass, Bradman Best catch pass, beautiful left side attack. But set up by Matt Croker, great run.
Well, none of them overplayed their part. Jackson Hastings sunk in the Isuzu D-Max replay. And then Kalen Ponga did exactly the same, just took a couple of steps and gave Bredman best enough time to draw the winger and find Greg Marzu.
Look at that, 70 tackle breaks. Just all power. He had a relatively straightforward job on that occasion. With Savage being caught in field. Yes, Roo?
Oh, I was just going to say, it was a really great setup there. The run in the lead up to that, it actually drew the Canberra Raiders defence in because he broke that line, got a nice, quick, clean play the ball, and he actually gave his left edge a really wide 4. So 4 defenders trying to cover half that field defensively. And like we spoke about, everybody played their role. Everyone got through the hands nicely, stayed their line, and a nice finish.
Gee, that's a good corner of support for the Knights. Long drive from Newey, Joey.
I think Kalen Ponga flew him down in his private jet.
From touch, Hastings off the post.
Just gotta wait, mate. Stay behind here, boys. Here we go. 5 seconds. Waiting. 4.
10 points to 6. Conversely, if you have a win down in Canberra, the Sid Fogs coach would turn into a party bus for the 6-hour trip back.
Well, they like Andrew in the day.
Especially when you pay the bus driver to get lost on the way home. Go via Tamworth.
Up together, Tom. Nat, hold me up. Hold, go 2.
Well, both teams have been faultless with the ball. Both 9 from 9.
You're on completion watch today.
I'm on completion watch.
Beats media watch. Here's Leo Thompson.
Hell, last tackle, Joseph. No, last. I can wait, Tom.
Leo in the middle.
Hastings. And good enthusiasm about the kick chase, but Rapana stands his ground.
Go 1 foot, Tyson. Jaden, clear. Hold.
Croker. Just his 7th appearance of the season. He's been impressive, Matt Croker.
He's a good player. He's a really good player. Smart ball player too. Not just a meter eater. He's really good with his pass selection.
Keeping Jack Hetherington out of the 17. He's 18th man today, Jack. So Gawler's on the ground now for Canberra. There's Croker. There's a real trimmed down version of Matt Croker in 2024. Cook. Wow. He's nailed that. Well taken, Marju. Only kicked that out of shape. He hit it so hard.
That thin air down there. Remember Terry Campuzzi? He used to boot the bejesus out of the ball.
He had a couple of years where he was nearly untouchable down in Canberra, Terry Campuzzi.
How's he going in his political career, Terry? I think
The same as Mal.
Short side raid now. I love it. Oh, gee, Will. That's the touchy. That's not your winger.
Play the ball.
well, he missed his assignment there, Tuala, and he had to be there. We had Ricky Stewart in the pre-game talking about Newcastle playing short sides.
Yeah, just it.
This is what they do. They hit the back rowers, they get into the line, and then they double up down the short side. Tuala, where are you, mate? Got to be pushing up. There's space there. That's an opportunity missed. I don't know what Tuala was doing there.
Hold. Hold. Go. No
It's very peaceful and quaint at this time of year on that drone shot. Australian Institute of Sport right next door. They've been busy churning out the athletes that'll head to the Paris Olympics to represent Australia in 19 days' time. You'll see it all here on 9 and 9 now. An unprecedented coverage of any sporting event coming away. Here's Smithies after 6 more tackles. Tapane. Ponga up in the main line. Croker to help. Thompson around the legs. They're right near that Westpac red zone. Ball's played back to Starling. Smithies and Cook. Gee, strong run. Even better tackle by Price, who jammed in on Mariota. Left of the posts. They go open side. Cook linking with Smithies, and now Whitehead back on an angle. They've used 4 tackles. They go to Tapane, he plays short. Gula, deny. Great tackle for Frizzell in game 250.
And look at the reaction of Tyson Frizzell. He knows stopping tries are as important as scoring them. You can let this roll after the tackle and watch the reaction of Tyson Frizzell. Look at that copybook. Down low, forces the error. Yeah, he knows how important it is, especially on his 250th game today. He competes, Tyson Frizzell. You picked him a few times in the Origin, Freddie?
Yeah, always trustworthy. Comes up with big plays, scored a lot of tries. Great defender, aggressive.
Always played injured, didn't he, Frizzell?
Yeah. I remember when we played in Perth, he was crooked the whole day. We went out for our little walk, our game day walk. He couldn't come down, he was that crook. Come out in an absolute blinder, scored a great try, picked the ball up off his toes.
Yeah. I wouldn't say Bradman Best is a like-for-like replacement for Latrell, Andrew, but they're power-running athletes, aren't they?
Totally.
On that left-hand edge.
Yep. Sort of player where you get him one-on-one, he's nearly impossible to stop. And that's the same sort of player Latrell is. Different body shapes, but power, footwork, and they've got that big fend.
And as we learned in game 3 last year, Brad, the bigger the stage, he seems to thrive, Bradman Best.
Yeah, he absolutely loved it. I've got to say, when Jerome Luai talking about how he was going to unlock Latrell, and he did it, just giving him early ball, and very smart how he dished the ball off to Latrell. He'll do exactly the same with Bradman.
Assuming he's there, of course, which many people expect him to be, although he's still got 55 minutes of this game to go. Savage. A real grind, this one. Maybe not so much late in the game. Could open up, given the defensive records of both clubs. Oh, Rapana spun and tackled, and that's a penalty.
There's just not that much support around the ball for the Raiders.
What was that penalty? You got him in a
leg
vulnerable
lift?
Leg lift.
Starting beyond. We're behind the line here, Clyde,
Yeah, a little bit more support around the ball, whether it's KO, Weeks, Strange or Cook. Seems to be a tactic to go through these front rows through the middle around the goalpost. They need someone to pass it to.
Well, they're offloaders too, Tapane in particular. So the hulking frame of Emre Gula playing at 25 short. Sent to the right-hand edge. There's the forwards linking in together. Cook's pass misses the target. Best, he scored 2 tries scooping up loose balls last week. And it was staring him in the face there, but it was good scurry by Strange. Here's Tapane. So hard to stop. 6 metres short. Cook shows it inside, plays out to Weeks. Read well by the Knights outside men. Gagai coming in. Price and Frizzell, the other defenders. Play number 5. Cook to the left boot. It'll come down somewhere near the goal line. Well, no one contested it. The easiest of catches for Bradman Best in the end.
Well, it was a bad end of the set. They had a shift to the left-hand side where they found more defenders than attackers. And they come back with quite a nice place kick. And no one competed for the ball.
The early result, a momentous day for Jared Waria-Hargreaves, becomes the most capped rooster of all time, and to mark the occasion, he was sin bin, and he had a big cut that spewed blood all over his face. He looked like Gladiator, but they won 42-12.
At one stage, about 25 to go, Bradman Best, it was 14-12. Dragons were coming back.
Yeah, they torched them, didn't they? They were all waiting for a kick. Ponga scurries down the short side, but Rapana's back there, always alert.
Let up here, Coy. Hold, Jaden, hold.
Rapana, he's been named on the left wing and he's been there, but it looks like he may have gone to fullback.
He plays everywhere. He went up and played halfback a couple of weeks back. He's one of Ricky's favourites, I reckon. Unfashionable, but just competes on everything. Starling quick by the ball. He's a dummy half that time, Rapana. Now Hopawate. Good run. Drags the Knights defenders up to their own 30-metre line. They start to get a little bit of momentum here, Canberra. They open the scoring. 2 tries subsequent to that to Newcastle. The Raiders on 5 now. Cook's tackled, so the kick will come from Ethan Strange. Not a great deal of height about it, but well positioned, and Ponga, he's trapped in the corner.
Let up here, Emre. Hold.
Nothing elaborate about either team's work at the minute.
Yeah, they're just lacking that little bit of class at the end of sets, the Raiders. They're in pretty good field position. They're good enough to compete for a last tackle. I'll put a bit more pressure on the Knights. They haven't quite worked out their kicking game. They've got Kaya Weeks kicking out of trouble. Cook's got the left foot. Kicking from the left-hand side, which sometimes can be tricky.
Hastings gives it a good whack. Nicely taken by Weeks. The kick chase has been excellent so far.
He's looking at his speed. Looked up some results from GPS and that. How many players would run under 11 seconds, would you say?
What
Cole,
now?
I think Cole, Saab.
Khan Pereira.
The Fox.
The Fox.
Brendan Smith.
Let's get a sprint race.
Xavier Coates.
A grand final sprint race.
Yes. Dean Mariner. Ponga. Oh, goes into contact, pulls out of it, goes backwards to try and evade the defenders.
He's just so agile. One of those rare players that he changes direction, he actually gains speed.
He's on his haunches at the moment.
I wonder how the man. Well, he's had that foot injury. Did he have a Liz Franks?
Yep.
So this is 10 weeks to he's been out. So imagine he's probably only been running for a fortnight or 3 weeks.
Well, if he's feeling the pinch in Canberra, spare a thought for Tom Trebojevic, who played Golden Point in Townsville yesterday. He was feeling it. Pierce Paul, dangerous ball runner, capable offloader, play 5. Hastings asking the question of Weeks at the back. These kicks are sort of out of the grasp of the oncoming chasers from both teams at the moment, and Weeks is able to get back near his 20.
He scored that wonderful try last week where he surged after retrieving a kick and ran 80 metres to score a try. 10.98 he ran in the 17-year-old final of the GPS.
Wow.
10.98.
Ball's been in play with the fatigue alert there. 5.5 minutes. See why some of these players are gassed. Big charge there from Trey Mooney.
Cook fires it over to Hopawate. Shut down again by the Knights outside defenders. Tuala there with the tackle. Cook, oh, wow, look at that for a kick. Wobbling everywhere, but the bounce couldn't have been any better for Marju. He looks a threat with that left boot, Cook. He gets in awkward positions and gets the ball floating up there and dipping out of the sky.
Lefties make it look so easy. I don't know what it is about lefties.
What about Matt Burton yesterday? Again, off the post again. Could you have a field goal kicking competition on grand final day with this sprint rate?
The way they're doing it, we'll be there all afternoon. So I missed some yesterday.
Pierce Paul, there's the offload.
Well, there's got to be someone there to get the ball. Every time he gets his arm free.
Hastings over the top. Again, they provide sufficient cover for Kyo Weeks to come and defuse the kick. 8 minutes until the break here, and neither team is flinching at the moment. It's a real tussle.
I think both teams are respecting the arm wrestle. It's taking too many risks coming out of trouble and pretty much 5 in for a kick. Both teams love to attack off penalties. Try to get their plays on off-kick reception.
The Knights can move up as high as 9th on the ladder if they're to win today. Canberra 10th, but could drop down to somewhere around 12th or 13th, and such is the congested nature around the cusp of the top 8. That's Mooney out on the field now for Ricky Stewart. Telstra is the proud naming rights partner of the NRL Telstra Premiership. They've been backing the game of rugby league for 20 years plus now, and this is footy country.
Got the ball back in really good position here, near the halfway on the first play. They got a play here, Newcastle. They send another one in, and then halves got to combine.
Dylan Lucas. No frills Toiler, but has had an immense role in Newcastle's season. Ball out the back, Jones has left it behind. No touch. The fans thought he got a finger on it. The referee didn't. Hastings for Ponga now. Away to Bradman Best. He holds Timoko off with the fan, but then Whitehead comes across to assist in the tackle. Last play coming up. Hastings with a kick out wide. Gagai sprinting after it. Rapida up in the air and takes it AFL style above the pack.
Well, they went the wrong tackle, the Knights. They got the quick play the ball and selected to go through the forwards. And then 8 minutes 40, the time since the last stoppage, a fatigue alert. And that's when you want Kalen Ponga running at the opposition off quick play the balls with that sort of fatigue in the game.
Well, as a half, this fatigue alert, when the ball's in play like this, you're licking your lips. You're looking at forwards who can hardly pick their legs up. This is when the halves have got to stand up and play.
Oh, this is going to roll dead, is it? Oh.
Can they get back on side? The Knights have a look at their big boys trying to move their legs.
Well, Canberra get at least 10 seconds rest.
Look at Safidi can't pick his legs up. He's absolutely cooked. There he is. There's Tyson. Oxygen, please.
Wait for it.
He punched himself in the cheek to get a blood give himself a breather.
Get me off. 250 games.
Elliot down.
Just holding that eye socket. I think there's some bust in her eye socket or a cheekbone there, Tyson Frizzell. He's got a little nick with the left eye.
Understand you're
Shaving
fighting,
cut
but
for
you can't
him.
move forward to that degree. Tackle 2. Go 2.
Oh, good hands, Bryce.
Stand up now. Work to us. Hold. Go 3.
He's looking for something, Kalen. They're holding steadfast at the moment, Canberra. You can see he's just been inquiring around both sides of the field, left and right. Brayley across to Price, looks in, takes on the defence himself. Good tackle there. Mariota at the forefront with Elliot Whitehead. Jackson Hastings with another kick that'll come down near the goal line, and they converge on Kyo Weeks, who was brave.
Well, both sides aren't being very adventurous with their kicking game. He only has to put a bit more effort into that, and they're competing on the try line. Very conservative.
Given the ball in play situation, these are very tough meters. And they look to shift, and it gets to Weeks. Don't give him a gap because he'll run through it as we saw last week. He's lost the ball. It's Gagai there roughing him up.
Bit of a risk reward there for Canberra. There was space on the outside. They had to take it. Unfortunately, when he gets to ground, Weeks, the ball just comes out. Look at the space on the outside there. Just catch and pass.
Yeah, he'd done the work to pass it. He made the space, and And he had Anari Tuala looking in.
Well, this is big here. 3 minutes till half time.
All the way into the back.
The Knights get a breather.
Head in.
Get some air in the lungs now. Watch Hastings bring Ponga into play.
That's forward. Oh, what a wasted opportunity.
Everybody up.
Well, I don't know what's happening here. Ponga
where
was
do you wanna go,
behind the
mate?
ruck and then the scrum, and he comes to the left side and then just stops on the play. You see Ponga there. He looks like he's going to link on that left side and then gives up on the play. And then Will Price just shovels it on. He had to dig in and just
You're a bit tight on that clock,
take the
last
tackle.
one, mate. Let's make sure we get it.
I don't know whether that was
Back here, Kalen.
couldn't get his legs there or he just called the play off there, Ponga. But gee, that's a let off for the Raiders.
This is a really important game for both teams. They're playing like that at the moment. There's tension in this game.
Up together, Jaden. Oh, good score. Oh. Go
Smithies linking with Cook. Oh, Strange! Comes absolutely howling onto it, and he beat Ponga. Ethan Strange himself. He didn't link up with the support. He gets up and goes again. The tackle wasn't finished.
He tackled him with his back.
What a super run by this prodigiously talented 5'8", and it gives Canberra the chance to at least draw level on half-time. Cook across to Weeks. Rapana gets nailed.
Well, he tried to pass and he's thrown it into...
Knock on Jordan.
If we can go back and look at the Ethan Strange
Everybody up.
break, just watch Ponga. He goes to commit
Clock,
and then
boys.
he backs off. Beautiful play, he changed the direction. But Strange will go through and watch Ponga will go, but then back off, and then tries to tackle him with his back. But because he backed off, the scramble got there. Brody Jones, great effort for the back row to get there. And then equally on the other side, Tuala sees the threat and rushes.
What a barnstorming run by Ethan Strange.
They dodged one there, the Knights.
He is power in the Ethan Strange.
Oh.
Great balance. Timing was perfect.
Release it.
Ponga for best. Plenty of green jumpers patrolling that left-hand side. It was flagged by Ricky Stewart pre-game. We've done a lot of work defending that tight area of the ground. They love playing down that short side through Kalen and Bradman Best. It hasn't yielded any dividends yet.
He might be thinking 2-point field goal here, Hastings. Yeah, he is.
Last play of the half. He had plenty of time.
Tyson.
The referee's blown a penalty to Canberra.
There's a blocker, mate. We'll stop a marker getting a shot.
The blocker.
Tyson comes in as a blocker.
Here's a
The
chance for
marker has
the
to get
Raiders for a
around you to
2-point
get
field
to-
goal.
Yeah.
Mark has to get around you.
I think the kick was right, by the way. When I say right, to the right of the posts.
Here's Tyson. Not sure what he was blocking.
What's the invisible man's name? What's his name? He didn't make contact with him. He missed him.
So there's Cook.
Oh, that's as good as I've ever seen.
He kicked this perfectly.
Blocked it. He blocked it.
So Cook with a chance. Oh no, spiral bomb. Oh,
Nailed
he's
it.
absolutely
Nailed it.
pewered it. And what a pressure take at the back by Kalen Ponga. Well, that was an arm wrestle. Brilliant by Ponga. That must be so intimidating under that floating bomb, and he's as good as anyone at the moment. Adam Cook strikes it very sweetly. 10 points to 6. Newcastle leading the Raiders. We've got a nail biter in Sunday footy down in Canberra.
Oh,
I saw some vision during the week actually of that famous game down there, Canberra West Tigers, where it snowed. And not just a little bit of snow, the whole joint was covered in it, and they still played. Now That would be a slow transition.
That first tackle, when it's about 5 degrees, would kill.
Especially if Ruben Wickey's running at you. Now, Dane Gagai, well, after what Michael Chamis told us there at half-time, both these Newcastle centres might find themselves thrust into the side or on opposite sides. Gagai, Queensland, Bradman Best, New South Wales. So a bit to play for in the second half for both of those men individually. Frizzell's been good in 250. Strong tackle, Timokor and Ethan Strange. And now Jacob Safidi. Gee, what a powerful opening set after half-time. Ponga up to first receiver. So that was an interesting comment by Blake Green that they're not looking so much to contest those kicks than slow down Canberra's ability to attack off kick reception. Sort of what I'm gleaning from that.
I think both sides could be better with their last tackles. You just look at the best teams. Melbourne, Penrith.
Oh, that's forward. Oh, that's a bad mistake as well. Coming out of their own end.
Well, their first set of 6 in defence was Paul. Safidi,
Middle voice.
the first tackle of the second half was on the 25-metre line. Normally you're aiming for the 10. And it's gone backwards ever since. Very negative start from the Raiders. Yeah, the more you can compete with kicks, surely that's all you're aiming for, is to be able to compete with your kicks, with your last tackle options.
Do you reckon this dropout rule is one of the reasons why teams have sort of gone away from attacking regularly on play 5 with the kick?
I just don't want to see them because they're done so poorly sometimes.
What,
The dropout.
Oh, yeah. That's a DB, dog's breakfast. Brayley. And now Jacob Safidi. A couple of big runs coming out of half-time. Hastings. Short to Lucas. 6 more. Mariota there in defence. Big job ahead of Canberra now to defend a fresh set. The Knights hammering away at their line. 16th for attack this year, Newcastle. Will Price adds a little bit of spark that may have been missing. Gets within 3 metres of the line. And Cook the defender. And pass to Hastings standing deep. Now Brody Jones. Runs back to the middle. Tackled 3 metres out from the line. Trey Mooney the defender. Hastings again, sweeping around. Gagai! They didn't see him coming from one side to the other, and he's gone through a massive hole and scored straight after the break for Newcastle.
It was a threat of Jackson Hastings passing to Ponga out the back. Keep your eyes on Ponga. He goes early. Aziza D-Max replay, and then Gagai will come from an unseen position and just opens up. That was too easy for the Knights.
Yeah, they were short on numbers, the Raiders, and I thought Strange took the easy option on holding in on the back rower. Just watch the number 6. Just stays in on the back rower. And then Timokor just couldn't make up the metres. He didn't attempt to. I think sometimes those halves get that mindset of, is he on my inside shoulder, am I a chance of a penalty, instead of just trying to stop the play.
Well, Will Price is kicking for goal. Don't know what's happened to Jackson Hastings. I haven't seen Will Price kick for goal, but we will in a sec.
Yep.
Tidy.
Nailed it.
Gee, that's bad.
Still wait for that clock, mate. Still 10 seconds. Stay behind out there, Jordan. They got early here, Ethan. Waiting, mate.
Always rewarding when a plan comes off. Set piece with Gagai joining in. 16-6.
I just love to see more ball movement from Newcastle. Inexperienced players in the halves. Ethan Strange, Adam Cook. They haven't defended next to Timoko or Hopewade. They're the gaps you've got to exploit between the young halves and the centres. And put more questions to them, more ball movement.
Only 2 tries in their last game and a half. The Green Machine, so this is going to take a bit of catching, this gap. Marju muscling out of danger, and now Frizzell. Strange around the legs, Timoko up top. Plenty of time for Hastings to rip a kick down the middle of the ground. Well, Rabbit won't die wondering, that's for sure.
Trying to see where their points are going to come from, Canberra. They scored a barge over try early with Josh Papali'i. So again, inexperienced halves, inexperienced fullback. Whether they attack more at a dummy half. Starling's there, he's quick at a dummy half.
That's actually a good point, Andrew. The barge over try from Papali'i, and the other try they scored against Melbourne last week was Weeks slicing through off taking a kick. So they actually haven't set up a try in their last 2 games.
The other part of that, their second half, they've started very submissively in defence as well. Which means they're going to spend a lot of time in coming out of their own end.
Well, Ethan Strange is a running 5'8", we all know that. Weeks is also a running player. I haven't really seen ball play too much at that fullback position. I haven't seen enough of Adam Cook to know about his ball playing ability. But they're all pretty much run first. So I don't know where the creativity is going to come from. I think it's going to come from dummy half.
Starling's the live wire, isn't he? Here's Price. Nice ball off the back of a powerful run. Lucas backing up. Newcastle starting to find their groove here. Down inside the 30. 4th tackle. Brodie Jones, Tyson Frizzell. Hastings is going to kick. Bradman Best pursuing it, but Xavier Savage, he's got plenty of toe to get back, and he kind of read that off the boot, to be honest. Emerson News with us.
Yeah, Matt just checked with the night staff as to why Jackson Hastings wasn't kicking for goal. He's not actually carrying an injury, but Will Price has been kicking in New South Wales Cup, and although it looks like it's grabbing at his groin there a bit, but they don't think it's too much of an issue. But Will Price has been kicking in Cup and working with Daryl Halligan and absolutely killing it, so they are quite spoilt for choice in that department.
Maybe it's just a little cold. He's just trying to keep that groin moving.
Might be that number 7 jersey for the Knights just brings a little bit of carry on.
Yeah.
Into your life.
You reckon he's thrown the toys out of the closet?
Steve Former back in the day. Leo Danover.
Oh, Ponga! Welcome back, Kalen. Catches the kick chase. Oh, he stopped himself. He was running too fast.
Sometimes it's not fair. Someone's so talented and gifted. Look at the bottom of the screen. Look at Ponga here. Just
shimmy and then the acceleration. Oh, what a... These teammates have let him down there.
Can we get that Kalen Ponga run again? On the full screen. Let's just watch it in awe. He gets across field, skips off his left foot, and then sharply off his right foot.
He bounces.
Just off left foot. Oh, seriously.
And then just accelerates away. Now, you've got to remember, this is a guy who's been out for 10 weeks. I don't know how much running he's really done, but it's just freakish. Look at this. And remember, these are the best players in the world. They didn't get a hand on him. Did not get a hand on him.
Hold. Break.
We're all assuming Cobbo and Gagai will come into the back line for Queensland. They could pick him.
In the centres.
Yeah.
Well, you can play him anywhere. I think he debuted.
He debuted on the wing for the Cowboys.
He
debuted in Origin in the back row.
He come on
He
a
played
lot.
in the middle.
Yeah,
And scored an unbelievable
nearly
try.
won in the game.
He was 18 playing for the Cowboys when he debuted in the final up at the old Dairy Farmers Stadium, or whatever it was called, and played on the wing. Cook now, away for Strange. Canberra have got to breathe some life into this. See if they can get a try. Can they get a bit of confidence about their work? He's been stung there, Timokov. Long pass from Strange, and Tapane's at first receiver. Not sure he wanted to be. Wrapped up by Jacob Safidi. Cook kicks for Rapana to compete. Knocked it back. Oh, Gagai's picked it up. And not much doing for the Green Machine at the moment.
And there shows the inexperience of the halves. Tuala, he's off the field. The ball came right to Timoko, and they made a bit of impression down that side. But then the job of the halves is to organise the hit back and have another shot the other side of the field. You can see Tarpany wasn't happy because there was just no talk. It's where the halves have got to take over.
Marju, he's trying to milk a little bit there. The referee wasn't falling for it. Leo Thompson back on the ground. Brayley. Now Pierce Paul cutting back to the middle.
Last tackle, Willie said. Right, last. Nothing late.
Rapida sends it to Kyo Weeks. He could move himself. Timoko, that was a very deep pass, and Newcastle came sprinting up and they crunched him. Oh, savage. Look at his face as he met the defence there. That hurt. Emma, what can you tell us about Anari Tuala?
He's limping up the tunnel at the moment. It's a calf injury, so he's very unlikely to return. Dylan Lucas has gone there to right centre. And just confirmation, yes, a bit of groin tightness for Jackson Hastings. That is why he has not been kicking for goal.
Thank you, Emma. Mooney playing it to Starling. Cook once again.
Let him go, Leon!
Oh, Marju straight through them this time. He slows down as he gets to Kyo Weeks, tries to turn him inside out. Mooney comes to help, but Canberra are in real strife now. That's 2 clean breaks from kick reception in the last couple of sets. Out to Will Price, shows, goes, stopped by Mariota and Gula. Ponga, first receiver, cuts back off the right foot, links up with Leo Thompson. There's got to be an opening somewhere here. They look really tired, the Raiders. Oh, Brady Jones, goodness. Strange threatened to intercept it there as Ponga goes right into the line, and Elliot Whitehead's plucked it out of nowhere, and Weeks is back in.
He's gone!
And another runaway try for Kyo Weeks. Can you believe it? Newcastle were $1.01 to score, and at the other end of the ground, Weeks has got 2 long-range efforts in 2 games.
Well, that was brilliant attack right up until the pass where they tried to find Kalen Ponga and they took on Elliot Whitehead. He's a cunning player, Elliot Whitehead. Kalen goes to the line. They're very unsettled, the Raiders' defence in the Isuzu D-Max replay. There he is, Kyle Weeks. We saw him do it last week against the Melbourne Storm. Sub-11 sprinter. Don't you love finding him in space?
weeks. He ran 90 last week. I reckon he's gone the best part of 100 here.
Is he a teenage sprinter?
Teenage sprinter.
Here's Greg Marju, the beast. He went through. Then the Spinnakers came down. He ran out of air. Tackle me. And then they made a dint on the right side, and then Elliott Whitehead, and he went all in. If he didn't get that, Pierce Paul was in, and then he finds the speedster. 10-9, Freddie?
10-9.
Good
You can
research.
see. He flies.
They're doing a really good job. They made the break.
They made the
Then Will
break.
Price, he made a dent, quick play of the ball. They went again, and it just came down to that one pass. And Ponga took on Elliott Whitehead. And Elliott Whitehead won. How good is it if you're a back row and all of a sudden you look up and if the fastest bloke in your team pops up? Yes.
Saves you running 90 yourself, I
Yes,
suppose.
yes.
Rapana. We got a game again.
Overrun it, be ready to go and get the pass. Time your run, guys. Kick.
What a turnaround. Newcastle threatening to score. The last pass intercepted and Canberra go up the other end. We're back to 4 points. The Raiders have just hung tough.
Oh, go one.
And they've kept themselves in it. Papali'i back following points.
Well, they haven't been in this half, have they? For 15 minutes, they have not been in the game, Canberra. Elliott Whitehead. Just plucks it out of this guy.
And now the Raiders chant on the back of that try.
It's been good, Adam Cook at halfback. Very tidy player. His kicking game gets those torpedoes off. Every kick.
You could have a torpedo bomb contest on grand finals.
Here he goes again. No, he was listening to us. End over end.
He lands at 5 metres out from the Knights line. And they're presenting one big green wall at Kalen Ponga.
You can't go down on your own. You've got to go down as a unit. And then still, somehow he finds space. They've lifted here, Canberra. The Knights have got to go with them.
Tenacious run by Dylan Lucas.
He's a good player, Dylan Lucas.
And Best, there's all the power on display. Clears his 40-metre line. Good battle, he and Timoko. And Daniel Safidi. All Price under pressure. Danny Levi's gone out there in 14. And a good kick chase again, and Weeks shoved back by Leo Thompson and Jackson Hastings. A pivotal match in the context of both club seasons. And we're on a knife's edge here. Papali'i stopped on his own 40. Levi and Cook, he was outside 40. He's aiming for the corner, but Ponga scampers along the ground, and he has a chance to get outside the oncoming kick chase. Strange v Gagai, good kick chase. That was good by Strange.
Release Ethan, hold Tom. Go one, yardage.
Great tackle there, Starling.
So Starling and Levi both out there. Oh, he's up there again, Starling. giving away a size advantage, but he's being aggressive off the line. Thompson for Hastings. Clyde Pearce-Paul runs one out once again. Hastings high. Put down at the back by Weeks. He looked like he had that covered. Oh, it's a Newcastle knock on.
Well, this was the problem last week against Melbourne.
Sorry?
They dropped so many balls off kicks.
Okay.
You can see coming into this ball, very
ruling of the
nervous. There was
knock-on.
plenty of jerseys around. He needed to own it.
Well, the first sort, I thought Leo Thompson picked it up and then the ball goes backwards when he fumbles. Have a look at the initial drop.
He's going in sideways. Oh,
This is Weeks.
it seems to have gone straight through his hands, gone backwards.
The touch from KO Weeks is backwards.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't get a hand on it there, Leo Thompson.
Oh, he pulled his right hand away. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. That's a knock-on night.
No, well, it goes backwards.
Just looking to see which direction Leo Thompson knocks the ball.
So he knocks it, he juggles it here, but then he gets his left hand and knocks it backwards. Now, does it touch a Canberra player here? No, it doesn't look like it. And then knocks it
Just
backwards.
looking to see when KO Weeks makes contact with Leo Thompson. The timing of the tackle is okay, and Leo Thompson knocks on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Well, he knocks on, then knocks the ball backwards. He juggles the ball, but his left hand actually knocks the ball backwards.
And the ruling we got is your scrum feed. Yeah, it's back off Canberra, then knocked on. Sorry, mate. Okay, it's on the 10 up here, boys.
So
When
it
the
goes
knock-on
backwards.
happens.
Leo Thompson doesn't get a hand there, but he juggles,
Canberra feed, boys.
and then the ball goes forward, but then he knocks it backwards before it touches a Canberra hand.
Well, then a Canberra Raider picks it up, so it goes into Mariotta's. So
Can you challenge?
So it's really a Mariotta
Can you
play.
challenge the bunker decision? Is that possible?
Build a bridge, Joey. Scrum feed, head out.
Casey wouldn't like that.
Oh, big shots.
Well, Leo's not happy with the bunker call either. Oh, there we go.
Oh, he's rewarded for his effort. That was inspirational from Thompson.
No, that's what you call rugby league karma. See, the rugby league
the
gods
middle.
were watching, and they knew he didn't knock the ball off. A special effort there, coming out of the line, putting pressure on. He's some player, Leo Thompson.
So he hasn't he risen rapidly.
It's a big
coming from
turning
rugby
point for
union.
him. He went to the
Yeah.
Mouldy All-Stars, and being around James Fisher-Harris and Joseph Tarpany,
Time off.
he came back to Newcastle a different player and a different man.
Yeah.
They said there was just there was a big shift in him.
Heading KO,
Couple of
don't
great
go
leaders
early,
there.
Elliot. Head in, Jaden. Time on. Right.
So Canberra managed to grit their way back into it. Can Newcastle broaden this gap on the scoreboard? Bradman Best,
Hold here, Tom.
12 metres away.
Square. Go one.
Just under 20 minutes left, so ample time. But Canberra finding points hard to come by, so another try for Newcastle
Go two.
would be a very difficult proposition. Brayley scampering. Tapane, Papali'i, Levi, all together. A metre short. Leo's a dummy half. Hastings, Pearce-Paul. Crashes into three Raiders players.
Release Elliot.
No fresh air there. Oh, they've given away 6 more on play 4.
Tom, get up now. 1 foot hold.
Leo Thompson. Played to Brayley. Hastings and Price. Good footwork. They rushed him on the outside, so he had to cut back in.
Hold. Go two.
Hastings Plays away to Jacob Safidi, right underneath the post. Well, they've wasted that one. Ponga now finally gets involved. Oh, ball's been spilt.
They were too late. They spent 3 tackles giving the Canberra Raiders defence time to get in position. They never tested them once. Beautiful tackle by Whitehead. Coming over the ball, finds the error. First he's got to make up the space, and then finds the footy. Yeah, he's not happy. You got to come up with more than that. You can't just dish it off to 2 front rowers and expect to test or pull a defence apart.
So the Raiders with the task of coming away from their own line once again. They've had no field position. Oh, Rapida, rattled. That's Leo again. Papali'i this time. And does Adam Cook think about a 40-20? That's a good run from Mariota. Gets them out past the 40-metre line. Levi to Tapane. Looks like he just cruised into the defence there, but they still have a difficult task to bring him to the turf. They did that in the end, and Cook bombs away. Floater. Ponga. Oh, look out. Juggles it backwards and catches it. Oh, they're falling over trying to tackle him.
Stop it.
Savage is hurt in the background.
He's actually wrong-footed Xavier Savage that much that he's actually sprained his ankle, Xavier Savage.
Oh, Gagai, driven by Mariota, but he's able to offload.
Get up here. Stay with us here, Josh. Hold. Go 3.
Great balance.
Watch the footwork. There's Xavier Savage. Yes, it's friendly fire. Fletcher Sharp on the field.
Oh, here's a game breaker. In his 4th NRL appearance, 2 tries, 15 tackle breaks. He's a real match-winning style of footballer, Fletcher Sharp.
I think there's been a chance.
Oh, it's hot.
It's a lazy arm there from Safidi.
Interesting from both coaches because Kalen's obviously still on the field.
I think they've put Hastings to lock, Freddie, and they'll have. And there's a high shot there, and Fletcher Sharp will play in the halves.
Well, the Raiders have done similar. Danny Levi has come on and left Tom Starling on as well, who will play in the middle.
This 2024 NRL Telstra Premiership season has been one of the closest and best in recent memory. Be there live to witness your team vying for glory. Get your seats to any game at nrl.com/tickets. We're in the second part of the season, well, the last third of the season. We're getting serious now. Get to a game, support your team. This would be an incredible comeback from Canberra. The weight of home support on their side, and Ethan Strange. Hastings makes the tackle outside the 20. Sent through the hands, Starling, Cook and Rapana. Looks like he's shifted to fullback here, or at least on this play anyhow.
He's just playing.
He just goes wherever he wants. And you should let him because he's dangerous. Starling now. Safidi, Pierce-Paul and Thompson. 8 metres away. Cook out the back. Oh, gee. He put Strange under all manner of pressure.
There was no room there.
Hand over, 10 by 10.
If you had a look at the high shot, there was room out on the other side of the field, but they just premeditated where they want to go. Look at the other side. You got 3 players outside the goalpost. The whole team's over here. I think Adam O'Brien's out there as well. The whole team were there. Let's go there where the whole team is. It's a bigger party.
Are you saying there wasn't eyes up footy there, Freddie?
Tackle. Sasungi in 17. Spent some time at Newcastle. He's on the ground now. Fletcher Sharp. Played to Hastings, then Will Price. Good set coming out of trouble. Good yardage for Safidi. That's Daniel. So Hastings in a dummy half. And Price whacks it high. Gagai sprinting. Lucas sprinting. Well taken. Rafter, he's come out with the ball on the other side of it. He's a magician.
He's the best. What position is he playing now?
Oh. Backyard footy. That's a position.
He does some remarkable things. He's so unorthodox.
And he's at well over 30, isn't he?
Yeah, he's only 35. He might be 35.
What a player. We've got a roll on here, Canberra.
Yeah, they quietened the whole crowd for about the first 15 minutes of the second half, and they're well and truly in it now.
Tarbonnet, Cook. Marriotta's done some good things in the second half. They're on the 30. There's a little bit of a lead. Oh, no, Adam Cook drops it. Blanc.
Oh, you got to feel for him. You got to feel for him.
Shot clock on. On the shot clock here, fellas. Heading KO, shot clock off.
Well, the crowd were excited, Freddie. They've just quite a defraction after that drop ball. 12 to play.
Tackle one. Hold. Go one.
Well, Newcastle's got to put some questions to the Raiders' edge defence. They play way too conservative. And you got that momentum and go forward. You got to be.
Oh, he's lost it.
Lock on, Matty.
They have no challenge.
Lock on. On the tram line, boys. Okay, shot clock on.
Well, the Raiders forwards have upped the ante.
Here, boys, on the shot clock. Don't go early in the back here.
They need to get down the other end of the field.
Denny, you're heading as well. All the way in, Kalen. Dane, just to the back of the scrum, mate.
You're watching Starling around the ruck. Starling and Levi.
Cook for weeks, an immediate shift off the scrum. That wasn't a great ball. Put Savage under a little bit of pressure.
Stand now. Hold, Jackson. Hold. Go one, yardage.
Well, Timokau's a game breaker. If they can get him in a little bit of space, perhaps.
Let up now, Jackson. In the middle, hold.
Nothing in the offing there for Tom Starling. Levi, a big pupper through the middle.
Oh, yeah.
He clapped on the speed. He wound the clock back 10 years there. Cook now, Kyo Weeks trying to stand them up. That's as dangerous as the Raiders have looked all game, but it was Papali'i. Cook hoists it in the air. Oh, it's way too deep, and Marju takes the catch. He's cramping up the beast, but he's got 7 tackles.
It looks like he's got a stone in his shoe. Good run. They're poor end of the set there. But once again, Newcastle, they got to play here.
Joe up square. Hold that up. Go right. Up together, down. Go two.
Oh dear. An error-riddled passage of play for both teams.
I don't know what was in the Gatorade at half-time, but both these teams have some of the unforced errors after half-time.
Release Jackson. Go one.
Tarpanay ambling into the defence. So the 26 away. They have not set up a try on their own merits in the last 2 games. If you go back to the start of the match at Amy Park, their 3 tries have been a barge over to Papali'i and 2 runaways to Kyo Wicks. Can they do it here? They're building. Here's Papa. Cook underneath now, and Mariotta, he's been hard to hold. He's trying to poke his head through the line. He can't beat Brodie Jones. Play to Levi. Cook rolls it through. Strange there. Lost by Ponga backwards, and Bradman Best gets the ball back for Newcastle.
There's a beautiful kick by Cook. He got it through the line. Kalen got his hands to the ball, but I think it was touched by a Raiders player. Here's the replay. Cook feeds it through the space.
Oh, it was knocked out by Strange. He nearly pickpocketed him. Jones, super fast, play the ball. The markers couldn't get themselves organised, and Croker pinches good yardage. Fletcher Sharp.
That's the last play. Who's playing halfback? Who is playing halfback?
Left side, Kai.
I think the coach Adam O'Brien is thinking the same thing.
Well, the
Someone's
Raiders
got to
need,
take control.
the Raiders need to get in position. Just all gathered behind the play the ball. They're starting to spread out now.
Oh, it's another drop ball. Has he held onto it, Mooney? Oh, he did.
He put it in his sock.
Oh, it's a Houdini act. Well, Starling's just been hitting it up, but surely not his role. Papali'i, short pass. Away to Mooney.
Well, he's the most dangerous player on the field, is Papali'i.
Absolutely. Cook. Trying to isolate Ponga. So he's lost the ball, Kalen. It's been picked up and soloed for the line. Sasangi, does he get there? Sasangi nearly got out and put it down.
Tackle 0. Had no try. Just confirm that we have held up here. Tackle
He's
0.
no chance.
No.
Once again, challenge for the ball on the last tackle. Ponga come forward. I think it was Savage or Rapana got through. And just put some
Ball always
questions
remains
to
up
it.
at this stage. We just need to clear the kick contest in the lead up.
Yes, play on. He's contesting for the ball.
They might say he's touched the ball into Kalen.
Well, he's just... I think it's play on, isn't it?
Xavier Savage knocks the ball forward into Kalen Ponga. We have a decision.
Xavier, it'll be it's a handover, mate. It's a play the ball here, handover. Last tackle's off Xavier's hand into Kalen. Handover.
All right. So that was all superfluous because there was a touch by the Raiders. And Newcastle will have the ball. How many more chances are the Raiders going to get? Oh, that's hurt. That hurts them. That's a big penalty for Newcastle.
Are you captain now?
Well, the Raiders were patting each other on the back,
Yeah,
thinking they got an
off,
error.
mate. So
Out of
someone's got to be
Marzu.
able to do it. Okay. Camera challenging a ruling of a strip.
Rapana's come from the left-hand side of the field.
Looking at the left hand of Ethan Strange. With more than one player in the tackle, Ethan Strange pulls the ball out. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful, boys.
Make sure it goes out. Will.
Just get Greg behind it. Yeah, keep processing.
There's
those.
5.5 minutes to go. Someone for the Knights has to ice this game. Someone has to stand up.
Okay, it's beyond that.
and really ice this game, whether with a try or some great kicks and get some repeat sets. Someone has to ice this game for the Knights.
Well, this has been an absolute contrast to the blistering games they've contested in the last 2 meetings. 28-12 round 1 this year, and think back to the final, week 1 last year up in Newcastle, one of the great games of footy. This one has been an absolute grind, and it's still anyone's with 5 minutes to play. Fletcher Sharp.
Hands away, Tom.
Wrapped up by Starling. Ricky's going balder by the minute. Here's Ponga. Oh, hint of a high tackle. Starling's worked himself to a standstill in defence. Hastings across to Croker.
Last tackle, Marcus square. Tom.
Play number 5. Time ticking away. Price tries to roll it through. It's off legs. It's picked up. It's the same man at the other end.
Where's Weeks?
Move out, Jaden.
Sasangi couldn't get it down. Suddenly he found himself in the clear trying to run away. Here's Strange in, away, dodging, stepping, weaving, pulled down by Marju. The Green Machine are coming here. Timokol. Oh, it's a shocking pass. It went backwards. And Mariotta's got it now. How to butcher a game. Mooney.
Stand up now, strong. Hold Daniel.
4th tackle. Well, it's got to be a high kick, isn't it? It's the only way they look likely to score. Cook. Away to Ethan Strange. Fletcher Sharp and Bradman Brest bring him to ground. Look, they're not going to get many more chances here. They've got to do it here, you'd reckon. Cook.
Great
There's the kick.
They didn't compete.
Hold 10, Denny. Hold. Go one,
These are out on their feet, Newcastle.
Work to us and hold.
The outside backs in there and need some hard work.
Held. Release Anna. Go 3.
Brodie Jones.
Morgan, clear it. Hold now, hold.
Oh, gee, both teams have had opportunities to put this game away. Sharp. Appropriately named.
Let go. Hold, Josh. Go, last. Nothing late.
Palin's going to run it. He beat the first line of defence, then the ball spears out, picked up by Xavier Savage. Jackson Hastings is testing the stitching on that Raiders jumper.
What is doing Newcastle?
Cook, dummies, runs, can't get through. Canberra have never looked like winning this game, and they're still in it with 2 and a bit minutes to play. The task is ahead of them. They're on their own side of halfway. And Rapid is up there in the firing line. He's so dangerous, as we know. Timokol on this right-hand side, nowhere to go. It's going to be a bomb, isn't it? And they're going to contest it this time.
They've got 3 of the next 4 games at home. If they won this would bring a whole lot of excitement to the ACT.
They've got nowhere here. Mooney, Smithies, Cook, Sasangi. High kick, taken by Rapida. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Levi. Cook kicks through in behind Marju.
Stop it!
Savage might have got the try!
What was Greg Marju doing?
That was the worst bounce in history. He was like a mully grubber.
He's got no try.
Looking to see
He might have knocked it on at the first attempt, Savage. He came back to have a second go, so that tells us he's not confident.
Greg Marju is on the treadmill. He couldn't pick his legs up. Let's have a look here.
He's missed it.
He's missed it.
What?
But does he get a
Xavier
hand?
Savage knocks on in the end goal.
Nope.
We have a decision.
Or was it definitive image there of the ball hitting his hands? He may have missed that. Well, they've dodged one there, Newcastle.
Oh.
Dodged a real one.
Just I don't mind if this set you hold up near the play the ball.
Oh! Well, the first time he missed it, the second time it hit his hand.
Front foot, don't go early.
It bounced off his body and hit his arm.
Wow.
0 coming.
Oh.
Greg was asleep.
Surrender! He's 10, Jenny. Don't go early. Hold!
Oh, Rick.
Surrender!
Rick.
There might be a twist yet, the way this game has gone.
Surrender!
Canberra, what, they've had 4 chances in the last 10 minutes. None of them have stuck, and it's looked like Newcastle hasn't want to win the game.
Don't push your luck. Tackle 2. Okay. Time on. Let's go. Hold. Go 2. Surrender!
Well, I think they're going to wind the clock down. Brady Jones.
Release. Go for it.
Hastings again.
Hell. Last tackle. Release it. Hold. Go.
Last play. Brayley, he'll run to the line and be tackled. They'll get one more play, probably. They've got to be quick. Time's off. Last play of the game on their own 20.
One tackle.
Oh, my goodness gracious. We're up and up. They're going backwards here. They're going back 15 metres. Savage, he can't. He's going to run back to his own in goal. Surely can't get. The ball's been knocked out. He's lost it. And Newcastle have held on for a 4-point win. And that goes down in the annals of ugliest victories. But hey, it's 2 points.
It's still a victory. The winner goes to 20 points. The Knights move up to the fringe of the 8. There's the coach, Ricky Stewart. He's seen enough. Tyson Frizzell gets a victory on his 250th game.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but they get the win. They get the 2 points. It gets them right on the edge of that 8. Real logjam.
Is it what? 16-12, the Knights get it done down in Canberra.